Hello, and welcome to Inventors Helping Inventors. I'm your host, Alan Beckley, inventor of the Wonder Wallet. If you're an inventor searching for proven ways to make money with your invention, if you dream to see your product selling in stores everywhere, you've come to the right place. There's no better place to get help than from experts, inventors who've already achieved success. Every week, I interview successful inventors, asking them the questions you want to know. Tune in to learn from the experts so you can get your invention out of the tank and into the bank. Welcome to episode number 641. Today, it's Thursday, and that means it's time for another Thursday Thought. So what is your Thursday thought for today? I think it's going to be a fun one. I'm going to steal a moniker from a very successful Marine Corps commercial. So the Thursday thought for today is the few, the proud, the inventors. Because inventors all over the world are creating products that are largely unheralded. They're not on the Walk of Fame in Hollywood. They're not getting all sorts of videos and on television, but they're quietly creating a better world through products that everyone benefits from. It's been my pleasure now with over 640 episodes to have interviewed over 300 amazing inventors. So I thought I'd take just a few minutes, have some fun today, and just give you a small sampling of the many interesting inventors that are on this podcast that you may wish to check out. I'm thinking of a little bit like a magical mystery tour, as the Beatles said. So let's kick off with episode number 20 with Aaron Krause. Now, if you've watched Shark Tank, you've probably heard about the Scrub Daddy. Yep, that's Aaron Krause's product. Those little yellow sponges have sold, last I heard, over $700 million. They're great for cleaning things in a way that nothing else is. Now let's move forward to episode number 77 with Rich Richardson. He's a longtime manager of restaurants, and he created a product called Bus It and Catch It, which helps the staff to quickly clear tables, sweeping everything off into his device, and saves a lot of time. So that's Rich Richardson. Moving forward a little further, episode number 92, April Mitchell. I would just say she's a toy and game designer extraordinaire. And just to be clear, many of these inventors I'm sharing with you, they are on 2 or 3 episodes or more. So I'm giving you just the first episode. So you may want to explore other episodes with them. So now let's move forward to episode number 119 to Tony Gonzalez. Tony Gonzalez lives in Arizona, and he discovered that scorpions can be a real problem when his son Jackson got stung by one and went to the hospital. This caused him and a partner who worked to develop a true prevention for scorpions from getting into your homes to begin with. And what he discovered is the various pest liquids and things like that, pesticides, were not working very well. So he invented what he calls today Slick Barrier. That's just that. It creates along the periphery and the bottom of the house a slick glass-like barrier. Scorpions cannot climb and cannot get into your house. That also includes rodents. It also includes other kinds of critters, including spiders, ants, and others. So it's a pretty amazing product. So that's Tony Gonzalez. Moving forward to episode number 200, we have Dan Klitzner, who's a famous inventor of a toy called the Bop It that has been in the marketplace for over 40 years successfully. My children played with the Bop It. Dan's an amazing inventor and has brought a lot of joy to a lot of people. And then number 222 is Cole Rosentreader from Canada, Western Canada. He's part of Pegasus Imagery, and he's developed an ice detection system for aircraft that works much better than other things out there that can allow the pilot to make a more real-time decision as to whether they can or cannot fly. And he also has developed a great system for helping with handling forest fires. So that's Cole Rosentreader, and I've interviewed him, I think, 3 times now. And then moving forward to episode number 378, there's Clay Alexander, who invented something called the Ember mug, and that is a coffee mug that heats up to a temperature that you want your coffee at and will keep it there because it has a lot of cool electronics inside of it. But more earth-changing is his Ember cube. That is a cube that can hold things at a certain temperature that can then be carried, such as medical items, could even be for people getting surgery and then needing body parts to be transferred for transplanting, maybe across the nation, and they have to be kept at a certain temperature or those organs will not be in the proper shape. So Ember Cube is truly amazing, world-changing product. That's Clay Alexander, episode number 378, and others. And then also there's Prithvi Krishnan, and episode number 420. And she is a teenager, and she found using AI a pneumonia detection product that's 99% accurate. The value of this is people all over the world die with pneumonia unnecessarily. So this is a phenomenal thing from a teenage inventor. And finally, I don't have the episode here, but you can look it up. Brenda Burrell, Birrell. She recognized in Africa that a lot of girls in their teens were missing middle school and also missing high school, and many of them weren't graduating and falling into bad circumstances simply because their families could not afford sanitary pads. She needed a way to make this affordable and accessible for these girls to keep them in school. So she invented a washable sanitary pad that could be used multiple times, allowing the graduation rates to be as high as 92%. And the statistics are just amazing at keeping girls in school and having success rates with them later in life. This is a small sampling of the many exciting inventors I've had on the podcast. I'd recommend you give it a listen. Start from the beginning if you'd like. And please give me a 5-star rating and review if you don't mind in Apple Podcast or Spotify or wherever you listen. And I'm always happy to hear your comments, suggestions. Just reach out to me at alan@alanbeckley.com. Thanks as always for listening, and we'll be talking to you again soon. Thanks so much for tuning in to Inventors Helping Inventors. If you like the show, please tell your friends about it. Make sure to subscribe in iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts so you won't miss a single episode. Talk to you soon.